We constantly worry we care too much about wealth. But our actual problem is the exact opposite. Our suffering stems from not taking money seriously enough. By failing to understand its true weight, we accidentally turn the daily friction of making a living into a psychological hell. Thousands of years ago, King Solomon described human life as a cage of vanities, a world made entirely of appearances and illusions. The defining terror of this enclosure isn't the presence of the bars. It is that the people inside lack the capacity to see them. Instead of looking for an exit, the inhabitants spend all their energy bettering their conditions inside. They envy those with greater privileges, decorate the walls, and paint pretty stripes on the iron bars, without ever suspecting what those bars are actually for. We fight for status, distribute honors, and argue for equality within the walls, while ignoring the only sensible aim, to understand the system and escape it entirely.
We have to stop treating economics as an abstract science. The presence or absence of money maps directly onto our deepest biological fears. It dictates our physical safety, exposure to danger, and basic survival. It also penetrates our highest emotional states. It influences how we experience love, who we marry, and the sharp ache of loneliness. Money is the raw material out of which we build our lives. From where we travel to whom we associate with, the money factor is a pervasive, inescapable element lodged inside every human interaction and decision. We calculate the cost of our days down to the penny, yet the actual worth of those moments remains buried. We have developed a culture where we know the precise price of everything and the true value of nothing. By ignoring its mechanical function as a simple tool for living, we have accidentally elevated currency into a misdirected, absolute religion. In the early 20th century, historian Max Weber identified the origins of this obsession. He argued that modern capitalism was driven by a misplaced religious zeal. Weber saw that capitalism fused spiritual devotion with material greed, melting the divine and the worldly into a single chaotic storm. Historically, religious movements tried to turn the world into a monastery. Under this new ideology, the monastery absorbed the world. The sharp, necessary edges that separated the pursuit of meaning from the accumulation of wealth completely dissolved. This historical accident turned our economic system into a religious quest. We began turning to the market as though it were God. An ancient myth about King Solomon illustrates the result. The legend tells of Asmodeus, the king of the demons, who successfully stole Solomon's throne and ruled the kingdom in his place. The power of Asmodeus is based entirely on deception. He has the ability to perfectly take on the face, the voice, and the function of the true king, so that the subjects never realize a demon is ruling them. This is exactly how the religion of money operates inside the human mind. The drive for material accumulation usurps our desire for deeper meaning. The force controlling our financial choices is a false sense of self, disguising itself perfectly as our own personal desires. Taking money seriously requires a deliberate split in our attention. This means tearing down the screen, blurring our spiritual and material needs. For the material side, we must give financial needs the intelligent energy they demand, handling resources efficiently. Mastering this creates the internal space for transcendent meaning. Personal gain is not excluded from a conscious life. On the contrary, it's a necessary mechanism. But the aim of that personal gain is clearly defined. One gains something in order to give. Wealth and resources are accumulated specifically so they can be dispensed back out into the world. Money is a human invention designed to secure our biological survival, allowing us to step past our basic anxieties and actually participate in the gift nature of existence. When money is demoted from a religion back to a tool, the internal landscape shifts. Once you understand money's true mechanical place, the invisible bars of the cultural prison simply vanish. The desires you think are driving you might actually belong to the usurper currently sitting on your throne. You are the true king of your own life. It is time to dethrone Asmodeus and take the kingdom back.